Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing great today. Let's begin this interesting topic on evolution. Evolutionary biology is actually the study of how life forms on Earth have changed and adapted over time. Life on Earth has a fascinating history full of twists, turns, and incredible discoveries. Let's dive into it. So, what do you see in this picture? This man seems really very excited. Not because he caught a fish, but because he discovered that he and the fish both are relatives. Yes, they are. But I think this fish is not that happy, but shocked instead with this fact. Like this fish is saying, "Oh my god, man and me?" Oh my goodness, this poor fish. Anyways, jokes apart. This is important to mention that human didn't come from fish but share a common evolutionary ancestor. Yes, this ancestor was likely a primitive vertebrate that existed around 500 to 600 million years ago in Cambrian period. Now what next? Not only the fish but mushroom and man. They both are relatives as well. Yes. When we look at this evolutionary tree, we can see clearly that how this man and fish share a common point of origin. But later on, they evolved into different lineages and became different species. But this is not the change that happened just within few years. It took place around 500 to 600 million years. The same thing happened in case of fungi and human. They also had a common point of origin, but later on they evolved into different species. Their common ancestor was most likely a eukaryotic cell with its nucleus and different organelles. And that happened around 1.5 billion years ago when they shared a common ancestor, but later on, they evolved into different species again. So this is what evolution all about. Evolution connects all living things, showing how traits evolve and diversify from common ancestors. Isn't it fascinating? But where the story of evolution begins from, what is the starting point? If we have to look for starting point, then we have to go back to the origin of universe. Because universe is everything from the tiniest particle to the largest galaxies, stars, planets, including the existence of space, time, and life itself. So that's why it is important to study, because origin of universe is origin of everything, and there are multiple theories around the world that have tried to explain its mysterious genesis. However, the most widely accepted is, any guesses? Yes, it is the Big Bang theory. Let's see what this Big Bang theory says. According to this theory, about 113 billion years ago, the universe was a hot, dense, tiny spot. And this tiny spot was known as singularity. And Once this got suddenly started to expand, and within the fraction of expansion, what happened? Some subatomic particles like electrons, protons, and neutrons were formed. With this expansion, the temperature was also kept on decreasing, and the subatomic particles, like around 300,000 years after, got organized into well-defined structures known as atoms. So first formed atoms were hydrogen. They were hydrogen and helium atoms. Like after 1 billion year, what happened? These atoms got together under the influence of gravity and led to the formation of planets, stars, and galaxies. And that's how our planet Earth was formed at that time. According to science, our newly formed Earth was really very hot, and there were frequent volcanic eruptions. And due to these eruptions, different gases like methane, then ammonia, carbon dioxide, and water vapors were released into the surroundings. And the atmosphere that got created on that primitive earth was known as reducing atmosphere, as there was no sign of oxygen. That's why it was known as reducing atmosphere. But over the time period, long time period, like million years, the temperature of earth kept on decreasing, and eventually earth um, cooled down gradually. Water vapors that were released from these volcanic eruptions got condensed and formed clouds, and as a result continuous rain occurred for millions of years. The rainwater filled large depressions on the surface of earth. As these depressions got filled with water, they resulted in the formation of huge oceans. And that's where a turning point took place. With the presence of water, life began to originate in these early oceans. So life appeared around 500 billion years after the formation of Earth, or we can say around 4 billion years back. There are multiple number of theories that explain about the origin of Earth. But in this chapter, we will talk about most common 5 theories that we will discuss in the next video. So if you really liked my video, please hit the like button and do subscribe my channel as well. I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Take care.